taste anywhere like it smells. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be fantastic. Cannot wait. Hello and welcome to Dad's Table. Tonight we are going to try something we've done before, but we're going to try it a little different. I had done a beef stir fry. This is going to be kind of similar, but not.
What? What do you mean?
I'm interested in how this turns out. This is going to be an InstaPot meal. So we're going to try this variation and see how that works out. So it's going to be a beef and broccoli with some rice. So let's get started.
Good work. Let's get started.
Before we get into today's recipe, I want to take a quick second to thank Almost Eden for sponsoring this video. If you're into apparel that actually means something and still looks clean and wearable every day, this is the brand you'll want to check out. They're in between the gates. T-shirts are super comfortable, and their snapbacks are an easy go-to, whether you're out running errands or just hanging around the house. I'll be wearing these pieces a lot, whether it's filming, cooking, spending time with family, and they are fire. Simple, sharp, and intentional. Plus, they've got some really solid sale prices going on right now. So, if you want to add something meaningful to your everyday rotation, head over to the Almost Eden store. The link is in the description. It is definitely worth a look. So to get started, we're gonna dice up our onion here. And if we're gonna be cutting up onions, we're gonna use that new technique that we learned. Go wet this down real quick. Wet paper towel on the corner. And I know I had mentioned we were going to dice it. We're in fact going to slice. So that makes it even quicker. I like that. So we're just going to do some thin slices here. And we're going to add these slices right into the pot. I'm just going to break them up a little bit. How handy. Now we need about 1.5 to 1.25 pounds of flank steak. Now, I did not come across flank steak at the store, so I'm going to substitute a skirt steak instead. And what we're going to do is we're going to cut this across the grain into 4 to 6 sections. I'm going to do this 4 to 6 sections each. So roughly like so. And then we're just going to put these right in the pot. So now in a small bowl, we're going to take our low sodium beef broth. We're going to do 1/2 cup of it. We want 1/2 cup of, we're going to do coconut aminos rather than soy sauce. Tell you what, I'm going to do it this way. we're going to add 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. One tablespoon of ground ginger. We want 3 tablespoons of Hoisin sauce. And then we want 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, or you can use rice wine vinegar, or you can use a cider vinegar. Oh, and I forgot to add the, I don't know how I forgot this, but we're gonna add 3 spoons of this minced garlic. Like so. I'm gonna mix this all real well. And once we have that stirred up, we're gonna pour this over the beef and the onions. So we're gonna pour that evenly. Gonna stir that up so that everything gets good and coated. All right, we've got everything stirred up, so now we're going to put on the lid. Make sure that's sealed. And we're going to set this for 15 minutes. And now we wait. While we're waiting, we'll do a little bit of cleanup and make Mama happy. So it's at this point you would probably want to go ahead and put on a pot for your to make rice. I'm going to do the 90-minute rice for this meal, just out of pure convenience. Practices ran late. So we're gonna try and keep this as quick and easy as possible. We do need to take this big head of broccoli and we're gonna cut it up after we rinse it off real quick. But other than that, there's not a lot more prep work we have to do. I did get a plate out because that's what I'm going to be putting the cut up broccoli on. There's going to be a point where we had to transfer the meat out and put the broccoli in, so you might as well go ahead and get that everything set up for that. That way it's all real quick and easy to do. So we've got our broccoli all chopped up. Suppose you could do the frozen broccoli. However, we're going to be sauteing the broccoli in the juice of what's cooking right now, which smells absolutely amazing right now. So I don't think that frozen broccoli would necessarily be a good idea, or steamed broccoli would be a good idea. I think fresh broccoli would be your best option on this, my own personal opinion. I'm gonna go clean this board up because we'll need it in a little bit. So while we're waiting, and this InstaPot is just making me absolutely famished. This smells so good already. While we're waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and do the cost breakdown. For the onions, about $1, $1.50. For the flank steak, I got the skirt steak instead. That was around $18 for a little over a pound and a half. I was right in between pound and a half, pound and 3/4. So about $18. The beef broth, low sodium, was around $2. Coconut amino bottle, I've used in the past, but that's around $6. Hoisin sauce, I've recently used that, so I had that on hand, but a new bottle is about $3. Bottle of the rice vinegar is another $3. The ground ginger is around $4. Cornstarch is around $2. And for a head of broccoli, it's around $3.50. So around $42.50. I guess if I'm including the rice, if you're cooking the rice, it's, we'll say $44 total. If you're doing the 90-second rice, I want to say they're about $2 each, $3. So maybe total $50, divided out of 6 servings. So you're a little over $8 per serving. Not terrible. This is going to be a high quality filling meal that if there's only 4 of you, I'm fairly certain you're gonna have some leftovers. As far as the nutritional facts, per serving, it's around 400 calories, which isn't awful. Your protein is gonna be around 36 grams, which is pretty high, pretty good. And your fat's gonna be roughly 15 grams. And I don't know what it is about a flank steak. It always reminds me of a buddy of mine named Tony. Tony's kind of a unique individual. But my friend Tony's always asked me not to say his name backwards. You know, Tony, he's like, don't say my name backwards. And I always say, why not? Why not? I'm still not well.
Wait, you went there?
So looking at my timer here, I've realized this is going to take longer than I thought. So I'm going to go ahead and make regular rice, because it should be done about the same time that the whole meal is going to be done, instead of burning up 2 of the 90-second rices. So I'll go ahead and get that started. All right, I've got my water going to a boil. I've added the rice. This particular brand of basmati rice only takes about 10 minutes. That's a quick rice, which will work out just perfect. So I'll set this timer for 10 minutes. Still have 4 minutes on the InstaPot, so I'm just gonna set this over here. We've got a little bit of a surrey to mix up, so we'll get that started. We're gonna need 3 tablespoons of water first, so let's get that. 3 tablespoons of water. And we're gonna mix in 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. And we're just gonna mix that up. You don't want to do this too early because everything will settle down at the bottom of the bowl. So you kind of constantly have to keep this going. I would probably do this in the last minute or two. You might even wait till it's actually done before you do this step. Leave it over here to the side. You know, something else that I thought about while you're waiting for the InstaPot, you're waiting on the rice. Now would be a great time to check out almosteaten.store. See what the new merchandise is all about. There'll be a link down in the description. Make sure you go check it out. Tell them Dad's Table sent you. All right, we've been waiting on that sound, so we're gonna go ahead and release the steam. I'm not gonna lie, that smells fantastic already. All right, so we're just about finished with releasing the steam. I've got some tongs to pull the meat out of there. Oh, it smells amazing. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull the meat out. So probably would have been better just to leave these a little bit longer at the beginning, but it is what it is. All right, so taking the meat out. We've got our little, I'm gonna call it a surrey just because it's what it reminds me of. We're gonna take the surrey, we're gonna stir that in. And then we're gonna add, well, we're gonna stir it in first. We're going to move this over to manual. We're going to put it on saute. And then we're going to add our broth to the saute. We want to get broccoli good and coated. And then while we're waiting for that to start to begin sauteing, we'll go ahead and start slicing up the meat as it's sitting out right now. That means our rice is done. So go ahead and take that off the burner. Let it sit and cool off. Quick check on our broccoli. I'm bubbling, but I'm just going to keep stirring it. You want to let the broccoli get good and tender. So that's going to probably take a few minutes to get to that. So while we're doing that, we're going to keep cutting up our beef here. Man, that's good. That's a good piece of beef right there. All right, looks to me like our broccoli's getting pretty tender, so I'm gonna go ahead and add this beef back into the pot. Let it all cook together for a few minutes. Broth. This smells fantastic. We got everything is good and cooked here. Our rice is ready. It's time to plate it up. And there you have beef and broccoli over rice. If this tastes anywhere like it smells, oh my goodness, this is gonna be fantastic. Cannot wait. All right, it's time for the scoreboard. I'm really, this one took about 45 minutes. So I'm disappointed in that. Everything I've read, I did everything I could according to the directions, recipe and everything. It should have taken 30 minutes according to the recipe. Unless there's some sort of preheat function on InstaPot that I'm not aware of, it took me 45 minutes. So for that, I'm gonna have to dock it. I'm gonna give that a 6. Food costs. I believe we said it was a little over $8. I think it was around $8.50 or so. It's a little on the high side, so I can't give that a full credit on that. So I'll give it 8. Is it healthy? For calories, it was around 400 calories, which is pretty decent. Your fat is around 15 grams, and your protein is around 36 grams. That's pretty decent. I can't be upset about that, so I'm going to give that a 9. That one I'm upset about, to be honest. That one, I mean, that one I can understand. That one, that's good. If this recipe were based on the smell of the food right now, it would be probably 11 out of 10 because it smells amazing. So all in all, I still give it a thumbs up. Well, that's all we have for tonight. I hope you enjoyed this recipe. Let me know if you know of a way of making this work a little bit faster, or anything that you might add to it. I'm really looking forward to eating this meal. But anyway, if you would, please like, share, subscribe, and always hit those comments. Let me know. And be sure to check out almosteaten.store. And really do appreciate them being our sponsor. And as always, be sure to spend time with each other. Until next time, take care.